Okay. So, we're waiting. We're waiting. Let's see. Yes. We're in. We're in. Just saying waiting.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Yes. I'm so happy. We did. That was cool.
Yes.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. Yes.
How are
Okay.
you?
So I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
Oh my gosh, Leah, give me a second, okay? Because I want to make sure that we get those who really want to get in to get
Yeah.
in. This is like the first situation, so I'm so nervous.
Yes. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Okay. Yes, 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 yes. So, um,
Oh shoot! I should have posted on my story. Do you want me to go do that real quick?
no, no, I mean,
Okay.
no, I mean, if you
Okay.
got to jump off, nah, it's cool. It's cool. This is
Sure.
okay because this is
Okay.
our first time. This is
Okay.
our first time. So, we're gonna wait till we get some more people. Hi,
Hi.
Mimi.
Hi, everybody.
Like I am so
How are you
excited
today?
because, huh?
I said, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. So
Doing-
you were just running.
Yes, I was. I ran three. I think I ran 3 miles or like two. Like what's after the half? I'm tripping. Like not 2.5. Like 2 3/4. No, that's under. What am I trying to say? I'm tripping.
So 2 3/4 is literally close to three.
Yeah, yeah,
So
okay.
did you do closer to three or
Yes, it's closer to 3.
okay?
Because I was thinking, wait, isn't that under? No, that's 1/4. Okay.
No, that's okay. So 1/4 is closer to two.
Yeah, so I did 2 3/4.
Okay. Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Trying to get it together.
Big. Okay. So, like I said, we're gonna wait until a
Okay.
few more people come on. Hi, Mimi. Hi, I know that's DJ Silva. Hey, how are you? Thank you for joining. Um, so Leah, right now I'm actually recording this as well.
Okay.
So when it's all said and done, and when we're done with this interview,
Okay.
it's gonna go up
Okay.
like as if you were here in the studio too as well.
Hey. That's fine with
So
me.
okay, all right. And then check this out. What I'm gonna do is, hey guys, I just want to let you know that I am live on IG Live on my Candy Girl 3149 story. Today is I'm just so excited. I'm a little nervous. I have right now Indianapolis own Liah B's in the house. Man, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna talk to her. And guess what, guys? This is something new for you too. And Leah, new for you too.
Yeah.
Guys, you can now call in the Candy Show at 317-672-3152, and you can talk to myself or Miss Leah at any time. So again, that number is 317-672-3152. Okay? So yeah, so now Leah, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna get this started. Now, with this being my first live, I'm a little nervous, so you have to bear with me. All right.
It's all right.
So, Miss Leah, tell everybody who you are.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Liah B. I'm a singer, songwriter first. I'm also an actress, dancer, and a model in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell everybody how we first met. We met last year on Dida Joe's video shoot.
Yep, we did.
And tell everybody what your role was on that video shoot.
So I was the girl that he was with that he wasn't supposed to be with. And actually, so when he picked me to do it, I wasn't listening to the lyrics of the song. And in the song, he's saying, I wish that I could just F like the others do. And later on, after I picked the role, I was like, oh, shoot, what did I get myself into? But
Uh,
nonetheless, it was good. It was good, but I played the other girl that he just wanted to F.
Okay, and guys, just so you know, we actually were in the same scene, but you can't
Yeah.
see me. But did you see me? Leah, did you see me?
Wait, see,
You remember
yeah.
what scene we were in?
Wait, in the video?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what scene were we in? When I walked away? Wait.
At the bar. At the bar.
You weren't.
Remember, I gave you the drink.
Yes.
Yes.
You handed me the drink. You did.
Right.
Lord.
I was the bartender.
You were the bartender. Yeah. He was the bartender in it, and I was acting like I had my little drink.
Yes. And what was the name of that video? Do you remember what the song was?
Crush. It's called Crush by Diddy Joe. Yes.
Right, right. So, guys, once again, we are here, Indianapolis, Indiana, live on IG. We are here with singer, songwriter, dancer, actress, model, all of that. But we're going to continue to talk in a little bit more. We have Liah B on the line.
Hi.
And say hi, Liah.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
So like I said, guys, just got through getting Liah on the line. I was like, you know what? We're going to do this. Liah, we were supposed to do this interview a long time ago.
That's okay.
But, and you know what? You just celebrated a birthday too, didn't you? Right before the pandemic and all that other stuff came down.
I know. I finally 21. I'm like, dang. Like a lot of people think I'm older because when I started in the club. So then when I went to college and then I came back, they're like, I thought you were 21. And then when I just turned 20, they're like, I didn't know that you were. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, wait a minute, you look about 18, 17. So you said you just turned 21. So I'm going to tell you what, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
What did you do on your birthday?
I enjoyed it. So I went to Atlanta for Kevin Shine's boot camp. If you guys don't know him, so basically when I was trying out for making the band, which actually Candy, if y'all don't know Candy, y'all need to get hip with her because she be looking out. She be finding and helping people find stuff.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely. So I went on, Candy sent me the link for the boot camp, and I had registered to attend, not the boot camp, making the band. I'm sorry. So it was for making the band. And he had contacted me afterwards and helped me get my audition and stuff together for making the band. We went through the thing about a million times getting the right video. So then he'd seen like how serious I was about it. And then he invited me to his boot camp with Writing Sessions America. And it was like a week thing. And it was through my birthday. So it was like the 15th to the 23rd. So I went to Atlanta for that. And then while I was down there, I worked with this girl. Her name is Stormy Maya. She played on Hustlers with J-Lo and Cardi B. And she also was on You Gotta Have It on Netflix. But now she's a rapper. And we did a track when I was there with her too. So
nice.
Yeah, so
nice.
I was doing music on my birthday. So yeah, I was around a lot of songwriters and strengthening my craft. So I mean, it wasn't a lit 21st, but it was definitely, I mean, I was doing what I loved, so I enjoyed it.
So we want to say shout out to Writer Sessions.
Yes.
I always say it incorrectly. Writer Sessions America with Kevin Shine, WSA. You can find them on all social media. So let's go ahead and start. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Ready to start this? So we've already said, guys, who we have on the Instagram Live, which is Indianapolis, Indiana, singer, songwriter, and more, Liah B. We also got the chance, you guys, you can call in at 317-672-3152 at any time, and you can ask me a question, ask Liah B a question, and we'll get that on. So let's go on back. Liah, how did you start in the business, and what made you want to get into being a singer?
Okay, so I started singing when I was about 9-10 years old. I started because my stepdad was a pastor, actually, and he wanted me to sing in the church choir, and I hated it. I don't need y'all to feel sorry, but I mean, he was very abusive. If you look close enough, you can see the scar on my face. So when I was, some people see it and they ask me like, what happened to you right there? So like literally my life is like on my face. It's crazy. So like, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that?
Yeah, I see it a little bit.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, like he was really abusive, and he was kind of like a crazy, oops, sorry, my phone just did something. He wanted me to sing in the church choir, and I didn't want to. I kind of resented him, but I was always like really good at writing. And so I just would write poetry, but I grew up Pentecostal, and he wanted me to write it had to be spiritual. Like I couldn't write anything else. So then finally, when I was 14, 15 years old, him and my mother got a divorce, and I was able to finally do R&B like I really wanted to, but I didn't really know how to do it or how to find my way, because I was so in the church scene that it was like I didn't know what I was doing. I literally went on Craigslist and was looking up performances and trying to figure out how I could perform on somebody's show.
Yeah, you can find a lot on Craigslist, I heard.
You really can. So I was going on there, I did all that, and then it was like I was finding just like the weirdest things that you could imagine. I was just trying to do whatever I could. So then finally, shout out to Straight Freak, his name Rico, he's a promoter here. He gave me my first show. I opened for Lil Herb, Lil Bibby, 21 Savage, and I started off like just opening for these rappers because that's all that was really available. That's all I knew about. Like, I didn't even know what an open mic was. Like, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. So that's how I started off. And then I was trying to figure out how to get in the studio. And it's like every time I would go, like people had these home studios. I know now you can be in a home studio and do it if you know your sound is right. But like it just wasn't sounding right. Every time I would like go to somebody's studio, I'm like, this is not the sound I'm looking for. So then finally, when I was 18 years old, I was supposed to go to school in New York. It was $40,000 a year. It was way too expensive. So then I ended up not going. It was a music school. I took a year off, and then I just put all my focus and energy into making my first project. And then from there, I like immediately start getting shows, like, you know.
So let's go back a little bit. You were talking about being a PK. So how was that transitioning when it came to, you know, you going out and recording and wanting to perform secular music?
So honestly, for me, it was, and I thank God every day, it was very easy for me to transition because it's kind of like, it's like I already knew in my heart, I knew what God wanted me to do. Like, I know that sounds like crazy to say, but it's like, I knew that I wasn't supposed to be doing gospel. Like, I can write gospel very well, but I knew that that was not my style as an artist. So for me to transition over, I really didn't get any like backlash or anything or anybody saying anything. My mom was always supportive of it. It was just my stepdad was a pastor, and he just was not gonna let it happen. So thank God it was an easy transition. So yeah.
Okay. Guys, I just want to remind you, we are here, Indianapolis, Indiana. Yes, we're under quarantine. We have Miss Liah B, singer, songwriter, actress, dancer, and we have something else coming up later on too, and let everybody else know. You can call in now, guys, at 317-672-3152. We know this is the first time around, so I get it. You might be a little scared, but no problem. And like I said, Liah B, we ran into each other. We met each other last year did a Joe's Crush video. She was one of the main girls, but like the second girl, right? Yes. Like the other girl.
The other one.
And so, right. Okay. So now when you were saying about you started your first project, 18.
Yeah.
And what was that project called?
My first project ever was called Blank Sheets EP. That's what it was. And that was the one I wrote when I was 18. I had named it that because I felt like I was starting, it was a new slate. It was the first time I was ever dropping anything. So I named it Blank Sheets. So that was the first thing I ever had come out.
So I actually love the song I Got It off of that.
Thank you.
That's like, I'm like, what the heck? That is a nice, sexy song.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people really like that. Like, that's their favorite one. And when I perform in the club a lot, I perform that one because it's just like a very, you know, it's like one of those banger songs that, you know, you would hear in the club. So, yeah, a lot of people love it.
Let's take a little listen to it. You don't mind, do you?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see if we can get this.
Let's get it.
I got it, you need it, provide everything you could want. I got it, you need it, providing everything you could want. Straight to the point, to me. Just let me know how you feel. Got that little delay, but okay. Tell me I'm right when
No,
I'm
it sounds good.
wrong. Tell me you miss me when I'm gone. Gaze me up, show me love, give me more. It's never enough. I love to love, so love me more. Love me long time, baby. Long time, baby. I got it, you need it. Provide everything you could want. I got it.
I'm vocalizing right now, y'all. That's why I'm not singing it for y'all.
Right. Tell everybody why you're not singing. Tell them. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So, as I said before, when I was 18, since I jumped into like just automatically performing, automatically doing everything, I started getting booked really quick. And I thank God, because sometimes people have like they just can't get booked. I was getting booked all the time, which is great. But at the back end of that, when you're performing and you can't catch your breath and you off key and you're doing all that, you can do 100 performances, but if those 100 performances don't lead you to other performances, then you're performing for no reason, because every performance you do should be for you to get booked again. Somebody sees you and they want to book you again. So I decided that I was like, okay, there's something that I have to do. There's something that I have to change for me to be able to reach my full potential as a live artist, because it's cool to be able to, get when you're in the studio and you can make it perfect, but when you get on stage, sometimes that doesn't always translate for people because they're not practicing. That's a huge thing. They're not vocal training. Like when you're a singer, every single day you should be vocal training, So I decided, you know what, and it's hard because like literally like people are hitting me up like, I want you on a feature. Like, how much do you charge for a feature? Will you perform this when the pandemic? And I have to keep saying no. And it's hard because I really want to perform, but I understand that, I'd rather fix myself than keep having performances that are messed up, So.
And guys, I just want to say again, we are here, Indianapolis, Indiana. I have Miss Beautiful Liah B. Liah B, Liah B, Liah B. Remember that. You also can call in at 317-672-3152. We have Indianapolis, Liah B. She's a singer, she's a songwriter, she's a dancer, she's an actress, and she does a lot more, guys. I'm going to tell you something. Miss Liah, I am so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I actually am more proud of you even more now because you are taking the chance of perfecting your craft instead of just saying, okay, I'm going to get on there. And you realize where you actually need to improve.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's important. I want to be able to do this for the rest of my life. I want to be able to perform and write and like make a living off of it. And that's not going to happen there is a thing too, you can damage your vocal cords if you keep singing incorrectly too. So it's like, I'm going to cry now or cry later. So it's like, I got to do what I got to do. So, yeah.
So that was your first project. Tell us, and when was that released?
That was released in 2018.
Okay.
I don't remember the month, but yes.
2018.
Yes, 2018. And that, excuse me, that was Blank Sheets. And then the year after that, I released my project Bitter Sweet.
And that was last year, right? 2019.
2019, yes.
So tell us about that. You were telling me earlier too about how when you were able to put on your own show.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about that by being an independent artist.
Yeah.
And what does that actually really mean? And you got the first taste of it.
Oh, yes, definitely. So when I left Indiana State University, I was like, okay, I want to do something different. I want to do something that, I'm still perfecting myself because I'm not in a program right now to do that for me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to throw a live show. But I didn't realize what it really means to throw a live show, getting the venue, paying the band, the promotion of it, then I still have to make sure that I'm vocally prepared, buying my stuff. You know, at one point, like I was gonna have a backup singer. Like you have to make sure all this. I had openers at my show, so you have to make sure all this stuff is taken care of and all this stuff is good. And I think I was so worried about the everything else that I looked up and I'm like, oh shoot, I have 2 weeks before my show and I haven't even been able to practice like I need to. So it definitely was an eye opener. I did well. I was able to make a couple thousands, but after I paid out the band, paid out everything back, it's like you're left with a little bit of money. And I literally thought after that show I was gonna do a mini tour like around India. And after that, that really showed me. I was like, okay, let me just slow down. So yeah.
So let me tell you, I have a question. There are a lot of people that, you realize that you can't, what's the word? What's the word I want to say? That you cannot.
Please.
I really don't want to. Yeah, thank you.
That's fine.
Yeah, when you find that there are people that you know that your music and even your look might not go for what everybody thinks, what do you say to that?
I say this is something I'm like super passionate about, because since I am in this industry and colorism is a real thing, and nowadays you could have no talent and honestly have fairer skin, thinner, finer hair, and people are gravitated more to that. And nothing against those. I love pretty women, like nothing against nobody. I'm not a hater. If you're beautiful, I'm gonna say it. But it's just, it is what it is, because they're looking at you like a product. They're not looking at you like, they don't care. Like they know what people want to see. And when you look the opposite of that, sometimes it makes you get in your own head. And I'm not gonna lie, like to anybody out there too, you're a singer or whatever, and you're brown and you got some 4C curls, you have to be able to say, okay, at the end of the day, God makes no mistakes. This is how he made me. And there's a little girl out there that I can inspire to say, beauty doesn't come in one form. Like you can look however and still make it. Stop thinking that you have to look a certain way to make it. Like you don't have to be skinny. You don't, like Lizzo proved us that. You don't have to be light skinned. Ari Lennox proved that. So I feel like music now is transitioning to where we are seeing it look more diverse than back in the day. I feel like everybody was like petite and kind of looked this, like, they kind of had the same kind of look. And now we're seeing different things, and people are like, what the hell, So yeah, I say just keep doing you, keep God first, and understand that God makes no mistakes,
Exactly. 2019, your project, Bittersweet.
So I made that project. Yeah. So I wrote that project while I was in college. So actually, wait, Blank Sheets came out in 2017, and then I went to college in 2018, and then 2019 is when Bittersweet came out. And I had came back from college, put this project out at the same time I was doing my live show. Honestly, literally right when I put it out, I went to my vocal coach to arrange the song, and I had already put the track out, all of the album, not the album, excuse me, the EP out. And she's like, I wish you would have waited, because you should have changed this, and you should have did this, and you should have did that. So this is why I say, like, to people, like, I'm learning this every single day. Like, there's no reason to rush. Like, you're going to keep putting yourself further behind because you're just rushing it, So
and then think about this. What you're doing is that you're learning the lessons as being, number one, an artist. Number two, an artist from Indianapolis, Indiana, which is where it's very hard to make it and get the support. Number three, an independent artist.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of things going on.
A lot.
Bittersweet. Tell me about Bittersweet, because, honestly, Leah, overall, when I listen to all of your songs, they have the same tempo.
Yeah.
So what's going on with it? Did you write all of your songs?
So I wrote all of my songs. Bittersweet was really about sometimes love is good, sometimes it's bad. Um, I have a track in there that's saying like I'm done with you. Then I have a track in there that's like I love you. Then I have a track in there that's about somebody passing away and you miss them. So it's a combination of feelings. How sometimes life is bittersweet. So really, that's what I wanted that project to be about. Because at that time in my life, like I said, I was just leaving college, and I loved college, but at the same time, it was just a lot of emotions. Like I was just feeling bittersweet, and that's what it came out to be.
Explain your style.
I don't know. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know. Like I'm still trying to figure out like my style because I don't really think I fit in a box. Like I don't know. I really don't know.
So you're not considered an R&B or a pop. You're
Oh,
just an artist. I
I'm
mean, even
sorry. I thought
no,
you
no,
meant.
no. It's okay.
I thought you were talking about
That's a
style. Like
yeah. Right, right, right,
as an
right. So
artist,
style. Yeah, that's a
like, am I
category.
like
But then I had
raunchy or am
said
I
style.
gothic or am I tomboyish or girly? That I don't know because sometimes I'm girly and then sometimes I want to wear some J's and then sometimes. But as far as an as far as an artist, definitely R&B. I definitely can do pop as well. If you hear my song "Music Speaks," you will get that kind of
Yeah.
flow. Excuse me.
That is a very beautiful. I like that song, and I definitely like that video too. It is so beautiful. I like how that when you come up with the concept, who does the video concepts?
Yeah, so I do my video concepts first. I mean, I said first, excuse me. I do it
Mhm.
myself. When I did Music Speaks, that was my first video. That was my first video. Why is my, I'm sorry. That was my first video I
Mhm.
ever had come out. And I wanted it to be different because I didn't want people to think I was just an artist who just was like just trying to be cute and doing all this all the time. So I wanted to make it a heartfelt story about a boy who, you know, his mom was strung out and told a real story. And if you're from India, you know Devin Kari. He's a well-known comedian here. He played in it, an acting role. But yeah, so yeah, that's how that came about.
When I listen to all of your songs, what I'm hearing is a soft, innocent, sweet, sexy vibe.
Yeah.
You do you kind of resonate with that? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely do. And I think it's because honestly, this sounds so weird to say, but when I recorded my first and my second project, which I only have out two, I didn't know the sound of my own voice. And the reason why I did know the sound of my own voice is because, you know, I grew up around people who sang in church. So I knew I didn't sound like that, but I didn't hear anybody who sounded like me really. So I didn't know what kind of sound I had, I guess. Um, so I don't know. Like just recently, I found out what kind of sound I have. But I definitely do think at the time I didn't know I had a like sweet, sexy. I just knew that's just how my voice was. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Guys, we are here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We are live on IG. This is the first live IG with Miss Indianapolis, Indiana, singer, songwriter, dancer, actress Liah B. We're gonna switch a little bit. We're gonna come back to your music, but you are actress.
Yes, I am also an actress. I started my acting career in December officially. I acted in For Colored Girls, put on by DeMarco Plays Here. I played a 16-year-old girl. Her name was Nyla. She was pregnant and out here doing whatever. So
I saw a little clip from that.
yeah,
I definitely saw a little bit of a clip, and you nailed it.
thank you. Yeah, I enjoy acting as much as I enjoy singing. I had auditioned for Disney when they came here, and it was thousands of us, and it boiled down to like seven of us, and then we had to pay like $1,000. I ended up paying 500. We ended up finding out it was a scam. So
Oh wow.
yeah, this was like when I was like 14, 15, but I hadn't done anything, you know, related to acting since then. So yeah, I love acting. It definitely requires a lot of work. Um, yeah, you have to be
Who is
serious. You can't do it just because you're like, oh, I'm pretty and I want to be seen on. You have to really have a love for it because that's real work for real.
What made you transition into the acting?
Well, I always wanted to act. If I would have went to the school in New York, American Musical Dramatic Arts Academy, I would have been acting, dancing, and singing anyway. I would have been doing it all. So I don't know. Like, it's just something that I don't know. I tell people when they're like, how do you know singing? I'm like, when you grow up and you just know you want to be a pediatrician, you know you want to be a police. Like, I know, like, entertainment is just my thing, and I'm gifted at it, and I know what I'm. I just, yeah. So I love acting. I love making people feel. That I did theater, so that one was a theater one, but I want to get into more film stuff because theater does take a chunk of time, and because I'm an artist too, sometimes I can't stay in one spot for like 2 years, because sometimes it
Right.
takes that long if you're like doing a play and you're on tour, but it would depend on the situation, of course.
You definitely get a diversity in.
Yeah.
Now you have your new project is what? Don't ever.
Yeah, it's just a single.
It's just a single. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
tell us about it.
So um on my last project, Bittersweet, like I said, it was about loving and hating, not hating, I don't want to say like that, but you know what I mean, like you feeling all these different things.
All the
Yeah,
different emotional sides
you're
of
just
you.
feeling all these things. And I had somebody tell me literally, because I had put out my music video to Too Much on that project, and they were like, you don't want people thinking that you just make music for sad Black women. And I was like, what? I was confused.
I'm gonna be honest, but see, that's what I was thinking too, because I can definitely tell at some point in these songs that you have been writing and performing,
Mm-hmm.
it seemed like you've been hurt. You went
Yeah.
through some bad
Yes.
relationships,
Well,
so
see,
that's
funny enough, I've never even been in a relationship, and we will talk about that in a second.
wow.
Yeah. So, and I'm glad you brought that up. I want people to understand that you don't have to be in a relationship to be hurt. You don't even have to have sex with somebody to get hurt. You can literally be sharing a chemistry with somebody or being around somebody, and you start getting attached to them, and if it goes the wrong way, you can still get hurt like that. So me, I've never been in like a relationship, like a never in my life. But I just want people to understand, like, people are like, how do you get hurt? You're not in a relationship. You haven't been in a relationship. That can happen. It's very real. That happens to people all the time. But back to what I was saying. So he's like, I don't want people. Somebody was like, I don't want people thinking you just make sad music for sad Black women. And I'm like, my song Music Speaks, that's a story. That's a song for anybody. My song Gone Too Soon is about somebody passing away. My song Don't Ever, like, I think from me promoting Too Much, my song Too Much, people, I don't know, gravitated to that. You can't help what people gravitate towards, because sometimes from that audience, they might love that, but from another audience, that's not really their thing, which an artist like,
Well, see, no, see, that's exactly what I was about to say. Because after listening to all of your projects, your EPs and your singles, that's why I was saying earlier, they all sound like the same tempo, the same thing. What I want to hear is something more upbeat,
yeah,
so the audience can gravitate to it.
yeah,
Because when you perform, what is it, Too Much?
mm-hmm,
Um, it was really hard to gravitate towards
yeah,
that when it wasn't really pushed and it wasn't out there. So it's like it's hard for you to perform in front of a crowd who's never heard your song, and then it to be a
I agree.
slow song at that.
I agree. I completely agree with that. And I think that's all into understanding now where I'm at production too, because before I didn't. It's like, obviously I know when I hear a good beat that I like, but now I'm more into production. I'm more into, and I think that all has to do with like finding my sound and finding, okay, I like doing upbeat stuff, or I don't know. I think honestly it was just all in me growing as an artist. It wasn't something I intended to do, to just like have all my songs. I have songs that are slow, and then I have songs that are, a little faster. I don't really have that many bangers, which is what I'm working on now.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you. It's hard for somebody to if this is their first time seeing me and I'm singing like I'm like heartbroken and stuff, like if they don't know you, it's hard for them. Some people don't gravitate towards that. They wanna turn up. So I definitely agree with that. But back to your question, I'm sorry I didn't answer your question. Don't ever. I transitioned from feeling all these things to saying like I'm done. This is done. We're not about to feel this way anymore. Like I'm good. So that's really what that song was. You know?
Okay. Guys, again, we have Miss Liah B, Indianapolis' own singer, actress, songwriter, dancer. And we're about to figure out what else she does. We talked about your projects. We talked
Yes.
about your acting.
Yes.
And now you have something else going on. And actually, it's very relevant to what's going on right now. We need to keep ourselves healthy. So tell us what you have going on.
So I just started my tea business called Jingles and Sips. And is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
I gotta make sure. So I just started my tea business called Jingles and Sips. I've always loved tea, had a passion for it. It's been my favorite drink. Like since I was a kid, being a singer, I'm always having to drink it and stuff. And so, you know, I always would say like I want something in the store that people can go get. Like when I was younger, I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna have my own Debbie cake. But as I got older, like that doesn't really what is it called? Like connect with me because I don't eat like that. So I'm like, okay, I drink tea all the time. Okay, and I started doing my research about like tea leaves, and I'm getting my tea master license this year. And basically, they go out into the plantation to like find the tea and the leaves and figure out like what it is and all that. So I wanted to make sure music was still intertwined with it, so I named it Jingles and Sips. And the theme behind it is like supporting other artists and music and everything. And the tea is bomb. Right now I have sweet peach, southern sweet peach, blueberry, and green tea, and then I'm gonna move into some hot flavors. So think about like Arizona or Pure Leaf. It's like a pleasure tea. So
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna play "Don't Ever." I'm just gonna play a little snippet of it.
go right
So,
ahead.
and girl, who does your style, your styling? Because that white outfit is the bomb.
Oh, thank you so much. I do. I'm glad you like it.
Girl, it's the bomb.
Thank
All right, here
you.
we go, guys. This is Miss Liah B, Indianapolis, Indiana. On this is her "Don't Ever" new
Yes.
single. Well, hold on now. This is what happens when you go
It's
on
okay.
live.
While you're doing that, I'm about to go get my charger if that's okay because I have 3%.
Do your thing.
Okay. That's American Dream.
That's what?
That's
American Dream?
Dream.
Well. Again, this is what happens when you're on IG Live. Go
Right.
ahead.
I'm gonna
Go ahead, do
I'll
your
be right
thing.
back.
Guys, I am so excited that you guys are checking in with me. This is the first IG Live with the Candy Show, Indianapolis, Indiana. I have Miss Liah B. She's an actress, she's a songwriter, she's a singer, she's a dancer, and she also has her tea line. What we're going to do is we're going to cue up to her new song, and it's called "Don't Ever." So just give us a second.
Give us a hot second to get it.
Who did your production on this too as well?
His name is D Dilla. So he did that, and I found out about him through somebody who was going to have me model at the the Lisa. It was the Lisa Ray thing that you covered, and I end up. His name is I can't think of his name right now. Jerron Perry? Yes, Jerron Perry.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Jerron Perry. He hooked me up with D Dilla, and I got that beat.
I was going to say, I was like, you saying he did it?
Oh, no.
Hi, everybody. All right. So go ahead. While I'm trying to find this song, go ahead and let everybody know your contact information.
Sure. Okay, so you can find me on anything. Just type in Liah B, Liah B. Follow me, streaming everywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff, Facebook, TikTok, Yahoo, MySpace, all of it.
And you said you were actually writing some songs last night, which is why we
Yes.
had to reschedule.
Yes. So
Being in this quarantine, got everybody all their
yes.
schedules, their sleep schedules all jacked up. Tell us a little bit more about that.
It's all jacked up, but yes. So I haven't really told that many people, but I am really tapping into the writing side. Obviously I'm a songwriter, but writing for other artists. So I was writing for Kalani, and that was pretty amazing. So I was getting that done. But yes, so I'm really focusing on cataloging right now. That's the main thing, because without a strong catalog, it's like you're just throwing out all these singles and all this stuff. And if you truly don't have a bag behind you to like push your singles, and I'm not talking about just like, oh, $1,000, like $2,000, like you really need money to be able to push it. So it's like where you're gonna be able to really make your money as, creative. If you know how to write, it just takes you up a whole nother level. Recently I just met J-Rail. I haven't told anybody this either. But he writes for Jamie Foxx and Music Soul Child. And I'm working with him pretty soon, and I'm super excited about that. So yeah, the writing side things right now is going really good. I'm not gonna lie, it's stressful too, because when you're writing, you just have to, like, they send you it, you might only have like 48 hours to send it back, and it has to be at that level, So it's definitely a challenge, but I love writing, and I want to push myself to be able to write better. So yeah.
Well, guys, once again, we have Indianapolis own Miss Liah B, singer, songwriter, dancer, actress, and she also has her own tea company. Thank you guys for coming on my first Candy Show live. I appreciate it. At any time, guys, when I go on live, you can call in. It's the new number of 317-672-3152. Now, before we leave, we're going to play this Don't Ever song. Tell everybody what it's about, Liah.
The song Don't Ever?
Yes.
So sorry. Yes, this song is basically saying, don't treat me like I'm just anybody. You're not going to ever get me back. I'm good though. It's not I'm sad. It's I'm good. We're done. Deuces. Don't ever come back.
It's hot too, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. So here we go. We're going to play Liah B's song Don't Ever.
Let's do it.
And if you step into this world of his life,
that's American Dream.
Exciting world. Wait a minute.
That's American Dream, and y'all check American Dream out as well.
Why does that keep coming up?
I don't know. Hey, it just wants that song right there is a song that y'all, I'm gonna plug American Dream real quick.
Yep, do that.
Yeah, I made this song. It's basically saying like we all want nice things, greedy creatures, our reality. We're all dying trying to live the American dream, and it's like every day we're working hard and we're trying hard to get to where we're going, but that's one day closer to our death date. So it's like we're working.
Oh, that's right.
We're working. What are we really working for? Is this really matter? So like I'm trying to write music. Obviously I don't know how that could be considered a sad Black woman song. I don't know, but
well, okay. So listen, Liah, let me check. The reason why it keeps going to that song is because when you go on your page and you go to that link, the link tree, and you touch on that, it takes you directly to that song. It doesn't go to
Oh really?
It doesn't go to Don't Ever. Yeah, that's the reason why it keeps playing.
That's weird. I've been sending my link to people lately, and they've been going straight to that. They've been going. Yeah. You can pick. So I'm not sure about that, but I will definitely check that out if that is the case.
So guys, once again, the calling number is 317-672-3152. We're trying to get to Liah B's latest single called Don't Ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, Liah, it does. Like I clicked on that link and it does go there. So how can we get to Don't Ever? Is it on YouTube?
I'm sorry. Somebody.
What'd you say?
Somebody keeps calling me. I don't know why. I'm so sorry about that. What did you say?
That's okay.
What'd you say?
So is Don't Ever on YouTube?
Don't Ever is only streaming on SoundCloud. Just type in Don't Ever, Liah B, and you can check it out. It's it's honestly one of my favorite songs. So please check it out.
Okay. So I tell you what, we having that small technical difficulty, but you know, this is the first show. That's okay. Guys, once again, Liah B, tell them what your contact information is, and I appreciate you all for coming
Sorry
on the
about
first
that.
Candy Show. No problem. Thank you so much for coming on the first Candy Show IG Live. This is not going to be the only one. We're going to keep doing it. Liah B, tell them how they can get in touch with you.
You can follow me and stream me. Type in Liah B, Liah space B. Type in Liah B anywhere. Please stream my music. Don't follow me and not stream my music. Right?
Oh, that's so funny. Liah B, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking your time out today.
Of course.
And guys, always support your locals, and you can find this on Candy Productions website at www.candyproductions2.biz, and that's candyproductions2.biz. You can also go on to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and that's Candy Productions 2, and that's with a capital C. Liah B,
Thank you.
thank you so much for being my guest. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my first live, and stay tuned for the next update. I know it will be this week. We will go on again with another live. So thank you so much. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.